Let's look at a couple of things that we need to note for the past simple tense. The first thing is that in English, many past simple verbs end in ed. I'm sure you know this. For example, stopped, jumped, visited, etc. These are called regular verbs. So they're easy to construct. Just add ed to the end of a basic verb. However, other verbs in English are irregular, and their past tense form is different. For example, drove, went, heard, etc. So these irregular verbs need to be learned. They're not easy to just construct by adding an ending to. So you need to learn them. For example, the past tense of drive, to drive a car, is drove. The past tense of go is went. So these are quite easy ones. Then there are slightly more complex ones. For example, the past tense of buy, to buy a chocolate bar, is bought. The past tense of eat is ate. So these are all irregular verbs. You need to learn them, and you can learn many of them in the practice lectures, the practice exercises that you can move on to next. Let's look at one more thing that we need to note. For the verb be, which is am, is, and are, the past simple tense is formed with was or were. For example, I was born in 1985. So was is the equivalent of am. Am is the present, the basic form of the verb, and was is the past tense. The next example is using were. Lee and Fiona were at the party last night. So were is the equivalent of are. Are is the present basic form, and were is the past form. And here are a couple of question examples. Was Sam upset when you saw her? Were you naughty when you were a child? So that's just another little thing for you to note. Am and is become was in the past. So for example, I am happy is happening right now, but if I want to change it to the past simple, I say I was happy. Similarly, if I say Jane is happy, if I want to change that to the past simple, Jane was happy. If we use are, they are happy. In the past simple, it becomes they were happy. So was and were are used in the past simple. See you in the next lecture.